So today I went and did a shaman cleansing. I don't remember the Hispanic word for it, but it is basically going to see the shaman who cleanses your spirit, your space, your life, your aura. And my experience was amazing. I went in and he's such Shaman David. He is such an amazing person, such a kind, loving, gentle soul. And I felt that when I went in. And so we sat down. He asked me if I'd ever done a cleansing before. I said no. But he explained what it would entail. Basically, the shaman helps to get rid of parasites, negative parasites, emotional parasites that block your energy, closes the door to your good. All the doors of the universe has opened for you. It tries to keep you from it and blind you to it. And so the first thing we did was he asked me some questions about who I am and what my intention was about coming to this retreat. And I told him that I really wanted to open my throat chakra so that I could speak my truth and um, share my pain with the people who cause the pain. And he assured me that I could do it. So that was wonderful. And then he explained that I would pick 3 cards from a tarot deck, and these are authentic ones. And so I said, so how do I do this? He said, well, you just, however you want to do it, just pick your cards. And so I just randomly pick cards, and I had no idea what they would be. I had no intention, really. So I shared a bit about my ayahuasca ceremony experience and what happened, and of course, I shared my intention. And so when I flipped the cards over, he just had this, he had such a happy smile on his face. He was like delighted. That's the best word. He was really delighted about the cards that I picked. And so the first card, and I'll probably put him here, was um, based on, I'm sorry, the 3 cards represent what brought you here, what you'll receive while you're here, and what you'll take away. And so what brought me here is journey to myself. And so the image, as you can see, is of a figure, a person who is holding a drum, and the drum represents my heart. And so finding my heart, finding my place, finding out who I am, and then the being scantily clothed or no clothing means vulnerability. And it's not weakness, it's simply allowing and opening myself to experiences. Um, and so the reason I came was to find myself. And that was so very true. And I is just the whole pattern of how things just happen is so amazing. And the second card represents new beginnings, and that my life is changing and it's going to be totally different than what it has been, and that is a good thing, and that I will begin to look at my new life look at life in a different way and start creating this new life in a different way. And and the way the picture was, at first I was a little concerned. I was like, wait, this doesn't look so great. But he explained that the elders are going to be showing me the way, and that into this new life, and that the figure upside down, it represents looking at things differently, um, from a different perspective. And I asked about the fire. The fire is my prayers, and my ancestors, my elders are keeping my prayers. The things that I've wanted and prayed for, they're keeping them. And then the final card represents the moon, and wisdom, the magical wisdom, and walking through darkness I'll face some darkness, and that darkness is not evil. It is simply not knowing the unknown. But there's always going to be the moonlight to light my path, show me the way, and wisdom is going to guide me. So I thought that was just so wonderful, and I cried, and I just couldn't believe how just on point it was for me. And then after that, he told me that the Roman numerals at the top meant that it's my destiny. And I had two cards like that. So it's my destiny to have a new beginning and a new life. And it's my destiny to always be guided by the moonlight, even in darkness. And that just made me feel so great. And the elders in the second card, they represent support. And that really touched me because I feel like I haven't had like genuine support from major people in my life. I mean, my siblings, of course, my best friends, yes, of course, they have supported me. But on this journey, I will always be supported. So then we did the cleansing. So I had to lay down and close my eyes and just really breathe. And he read my energy, and he talked about um, he asked me if I was in a relationship, had married or a boyfriend, and no, I don't. And he said because someone's holding you back, and he said because your upper legs, your thighs, have very heavy energy, and whoever is in your life, um, that has this, I guess, prominent place, who is trying to um, make you be who you're not. They're holding you back. There's like they're literally holding your legs and keeping you from moving forward. And I teared up again because recently there's been a significant relationship that has been very unfulfilling. It's been very toxic. It's been um, definitely not mutually beneficial. And I've been thinking about severing that. And he was saying, before I even was telling him this, he said, this is something that you need to cut off and release, let go. And I was like, wow, same thoughts that I had, that I've been thinking, he was saying to me. And so excuse me, I'm contemplating how to do that. It may not necessarily be a physical, but maybe emotional cutting off, and moving forward with my life authentically. And so he said that my feet itching means that it's time for me to rest, because I've been just going and going and going in my life and not really having time to rest. But this is a time in my life that I have to rest. I need to rest. And that I should just massage my feet, rub them, tell them how grateful I am for the steps they've taken me throughout this life, how they've carried the load for me and have been just there for me, and just allow them to rest. And I was like, wow, just everything. And I told him about my sabbatical and that it was my time of rest and everything. And he laughed about that because everything was just lining up, perfectly, beautifully. And then he continued to do the cleansing, and he put a yellow rose on my chest, and he said a prayer for me. And just was telling me to think about what I want for my life, how I want it to be different, what it will look like, the love that I deserve and want and deserve, the abundance, the everything that means something to me, that will make my life feel just different and better, and something that I really deserve. So I did that, and while he prayed for me, and then I had to turn over my stomach, and he also did a cleansing, that way. He told me I could do it myself too. So it was just really a profound experience. I will never forget it. And then he gave me the yellow rose so that I could bury it here, and set my intention for it, not to bury it to be forgotten forever, but so that my new life can bloom. So it was just like, wow, I'm so excited about the change that's going to happen in my life. And he told me that I really have to stop overthinking and that I have to just become an observer. And it's okay to just be an observer and not try to fix things or overthink things or make it into something that is not, stress over things, and just observe, be the observer of life, of my life specifically, and just let it flow. So he gave me a beautiful hug after that. And I just am so grateful for the experience. And so far, again, what I've experienced in this retreat, has been amazing. And I have no regrets. So that's it for now. I'll be back for, the San Pedro ceremony and how that went. So thanks for watching, and I hope to talk to you again very soon.